Today I want to address the issues, the daily heaviness that we have in our life. How do we make sense of this? How do we transform this? And first off, I want to say that for those who are going through a difficult time, I want to acknowledge it. These things that we're experiencing, they're real and they're heavy and you're feeling them. So first off, that the issues that we have in our daily life, that they're common. The second thing that I wanted to address is then, what do we do with this issue? Is there a way I can look at it differently? Can I transform my situation? Venerable Nick, what wisdom can you share with me? And one of the wisdom that I can share with you, that one of my teaching monks in Chiang Mai shared with me, is that in every crisis, there's an opportunity. Again, in every crisis, there's an opportunity. And a second wisdom that can be helpful for us is that with everything that we have going on, there's two sides. It's like a coin. And our job and our duty is then, if we can, start to train our mind to see the positive side of things. For myself, I get to meet with so many people who are struggling now. And then when we're in a bind, when we're in a tough situation, it can feel quite heavy. It can feel quite hopeless. So what do I do? And again, the wisdom is, if you can, with the two things that I shared with you, see the bright side of it. One individual that I was talking to, a businessman, and he shared that his company has transformed. He came from a very large organization. Now he's an individual. Now he doesn't have a team. Okay, everything he has to do on his own, and he looks at everyone else and it's like, wow, everyone else has support. Every other organization have millions of dollars. Every organization has an infrastructure to support that. And then in his situation, it can get a bit overwhelming. It can feel like, why am I not as successful as them? Sure, that's one perspective. That's one lens to look at it. But another lens that we can look at it is, then what's the benefit of being an individual? One of the benefits of being an individual is then you can go fast. You can, maybe you may not have the resources like everyone else, but you don't need meetings. You can make decisions faster. When you need to pivot your organization, there you go. And example that I was sharing with him, it's like big organizations are cruise ships. And yes, there are many perks of being a cruise ship. And however, for you, you can be a speedboat that is so much smaller. For a cruise ship to make a pivot, wow. Imagine, what does that take? A lot of meetings, a lot of resources, and a lot of time. Pivot. Turning a cruise ship is not easy. However, the benefit of being a small boat is right there. You can pivot, you can go fast, you can move, and one of your strength is speed. And for me, I'm sharing this not as a dismissive, joking, looking down at you, but this is just accurate and this is real. And the benefit of being much smaller is that you can be more adaptable and you can pivot sooner than later. So this is just one of the benefits. Another example is someone who is single. And again, when we look at other people, it's easy to compare ourselves. It's easy to judge our situation of, I'm not good enough. Why am I single? What is wrong with me? Yeah, again, that's one way to look at it. But also, being single has its perks as well. And for us, then it's our duty, and what can be helpful is take time. take time to see what is the benefit of this. How can I use it to my advantage? But I wanted to share this because many times it can be so heavy. And I remember for myself when I was at the Pape meditation retreat, we were building out the retreat center. Everything was going so well, trying to bring people to meditate with us. And right at the peak, or so I thought it was the peak, everyone's interested, then COVID hit. All of a sudden, everything in Thailand shut down. And I went to my teaching monk and I asked him okay, what do we do now? We can't bring anyone in. And immediately he chuckled and he said, well, then we rest. If we can't do anything, then take time for your meditation. Take time to work on your own stuff. Take time to be alone, do your duties as a monk. And I was like, oh wow, okay, that was easy. And that's one way to look at it. And for us, this was the time to come back to our own practice. Eventually, COVID lifted, and now the place is flourishing. People are coming left and right from all around the world, and it's endless. And it's so interesting. Now we don't have time for ourselves. So now we have to take care of the guests. But really, if we can, go with nature and allow life to happen. Of course, do your best, set the conditions properly, but also some things are out of our control. We just do our best, and what can be helpful to assist us along this path is just try to see the positive side of things. And with this perspective, I think it can make life so much easier. It can help us to decrease a lot of suffering. So hopefully this was helpful, but feel free to share your experience and take care, everyone. Satu.